Isaac. And Isaac is in Gerar. Now, Abraham had been there years earlier, but Isaac is in Gerar, and there is famine. And even in that place where God told him, I want you to go, and that's what I
So
read.
he
So
was obedient. He went to
he went.
Gerar.
Yeah. He said, dwell in the land about which I tell you, live as an outsider in the land, and I will be with you and bless you. As an outsider in the land. Okay, because he did not mix with their gods and their culture. And God said, I want you to go down here. And even though the Philistines would come and stop up as well, so remember he had battle with the Philistines. Here's my point. Even though that land had famine and there were battles and scuffs and things like that that he had to deal with, he prospered in that land. And that's one of the things I want you to see.
Well, he
is
prospered in that
is
land because he did not mix belief with the pagan
yeah,
culture
right.
and deities
Hmm.
and idolaters,
He was obedient
idol
to God.
worship. He was obedient.
Yeah,
He was living there, but he lived separate from their culture. In other
yeah.
words, he continued to serve the Lord in the midst of the world's culture that he was living in.
Not every land where you're at is peaceful or perfect, or without warfare, or without struggle. That's just the way life is at times. And yes, we have reprieves and seasons of great abundance. Yes, because that's what God calls us to, and God says we can have. But I'm saying to that one that says, I'm in a difficult land. There's famine all around me, but God promises, just like he showed Isaac there, Isaac prospered even in a land of famine. That's what we're saying about 5786. When we return to the Word of God and we allow God to fight our battles, and we're walking in our day, seeing the harvest, and we're getting up and going by faith, God will help us prosper even in land that is difficult. So